Prime Minister's questions. That sacred weekly ritual where politicians pretend to hold each other accountable while dodging questions like a seasoned cricketer facing a fast bowler. Today is day. And here we are again, reporting from the other side, where we actually pay attention to the nonsense they spew in the Commons. So before we dive into yet another episode of this tragicomedy, do yourself a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and brace yourself for the kind of political theater that makes Shakespeare look like amateur hour. Right then, let's get into it. It all kicked off as usual, an overpolished, over-rehearsed exchange between the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition, Keir Starmer, who, bless him, still seems to believe that asking direct questions will somehow yield direct answers. Cute. Asterisk, does the Prime Minister plan to appeal the court ruling allowing a family from Gaza to enter the UK under the Ukraine refugee scheme? Asterisk. Now, a simple yes or no would have sufficed. But of course, that's not how the game is played. The Prime Minister, with that signature smirk that says, "I know I'm waffling, but what are you going to do about it?" leaned into his well-practiced routine. Asterisk, the Home Secretary is already reviewing the matter, because it is absolutely essential that Parliament and government set immigration policy. Asterisk. Yes, the classic deflection. Meaningless words arranged in a sentence that technically sounds like an answer but, in reality, means sod all. Starmer, clearly not in the mood for the usual Westminster tap dance, pressed on. Asterisk, that doesn't answer my question. If he appeals and loses, he will have to change the law. If he does not appeal, he will definitely have to change it. So which is it? Asterisk. And then came the piece de resistance, the all-time classic. Asterisk, well, Mr. Speaker, this decision was made under the legal framework of the previous government. Asterisk. Of course. The blame the last lot maneuver. At this point, I half expect them to start blaming the Romans for the state of the NHS. But Starmer, not one to let a bone go, fired back. Asterisk, we cannot have a situation where millions of people exploit our laws in this way. Will he tighten immigration rules or not? Asterisk. And then, as if reading from a government-issued manual titled, How to Not Answer Questions 101, the Prime Minister went for the ultimate crowd-pleaser. Asterisk, we are taking back control. Asterisk. Taking back control. That mystical phrase that gets trotted out whenever a politician has absolutely nothing useful to say. At this point, some of the more cynical journalists in the press gallery had probably completed their PMQ's bullsh-t bingo asterisk, ticking off taking back control right next to administrative era, and this is not the time for speculation. But the farce continued. Asterisk, Prime Minister, you recently claimed that a British passport is not a pull factor for immigration. Do you still believe that? Asterisk. Cue the existential crisis unfolding in real time. You could practically hear the gears grinding in his head as he searched for a way to answer without actually answering. In the end, he settled for asterisk, we believe in a fair and balanced immigration system. Asterisk. Which, for those who speak fluent political jargon, translates roughly to asterisk, I'm going to say some words now in the hope that you will stop asking me difficult questions. Asterisk. Starmer, by now visibly exasperated, went for the jugular. Asterisk, Mr. Speaker, all the Prime Minister has done today is complain about the previous government. Will he actually do his job, or shall we continue with his personal therapy session? Asterisk. The Commons erupted. The Prime Minister shifted uncomfortably, his carefully curated composure starting to crack ever so slightly. And then, right on cue, the Speaker of the House attempted to restore order, like a supply teacher trying to calm a classroom full of over-caffeinated teenagers. By the end of it all, what had we learned? The Prime Minister dodged every single question like a politician possessed. The opposition tried to make him look bad, but offered no real solutions themselves. And we, the public, were left watching yet another episode of the Westminster soap opera. But alas, that's the circus for you. And I'm just the bloke narrating from the other side. So there you have it. Another Prime Minister's questions, another exercise in governmental gymnastics. If you enjoyed the madness, hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you next week when we do this all over again.